call it the big time. Got your name in lights. Now you're gonna shine. Got them in your sights.
You're just trying to find a way out. I don't want to tell you how to live, but I just don't want you to miss. And I don't mean to scare you. I want you to live, and I dare you to give this life all you have. Yeah, all you
Cardinal Baseball Live on Tradio begins now.
Welcome in to Cardinal Baseball Live here on Tradio, Fort Worth All Saints and Fort Worth Christian squaring off tonight here at Keck Field. A beautiful night for baseball here from North Richland Hills. My name Will Connerly, happy to be with you as we have this district matchup tonight. Fort Worth Christian comes in 7-1 atop the league right now, 23-5-1 overall. All Saints off to a 1-5 start in district play and 6-12 overall on the season. We look back to the matchup last time out for Fort Worth Christian, a 16-4 victory last week in Lubbock in their last district game. Braylon James, Griffin Carney, and Jake Parkerson all with multi-hit games, and then it's Griffin Carney who comes through earlier this week with the walk-off single. It's a 3-2 victory for Fort Worth Christian, their fifth win in a row just a couple days ago as they won a ball game in 9 innings against HSAA by a final score of 3-2. So they had 60 runs in their last 4 games coming into the game on Tuesday, and they win in a walk-off in 9 innings thanks to Griffin Carney, who had the single to end it, extending his on-base streak for the Cardinals leadoff man to 25 games. Some impressive streaks going on right now for the Cardinals as well. And we look at who's hot for Fort Worth Christian, and Andrew Ridgel is a man atop that list, the Cardinals first baseman, hitting nearly 700 over his last 6 games. He's on a 9-game hitting streak. Of course, Grady Emerson, he hasn't really cooled off this year, hitting 667 over his last 6 games. We'll have more on that in just a moment as he rides a 14-game hitting streak, and Griffin Carney as well, a 429 mark. Ben Rodriguez out of the bullpen. He's been excellent. We saw him come in the game on Tuesday night. It's Greg Smeds getting the start this evening for the Cardinals. Coming up in our next segment, we'll hear from the head coach, Rusty Greer, but we continue to set the table for this matchup right now. And speaking of those streaks, we brought it up a moment ago, but some impressive ones on the docket for the Cardinals right now. Griffin Carney, 25 consecutive games on base for the Cardinals. He got aboard twice on Tuesday night. And then Grady Emerson, a 2-hit game once again on Tuesday, a 14-game hitting streak, and he's been aboard in every single game this year. He went 2 for 4 on Tuesday night, and his batting average went down. And then Andrew Ridgel, a 9-game hit streak as well. You saw he was hot over his last 6 games. Well, you could extend that to over his last 9 that he has hit safely for the Cardinals. There's a look at some Cardinals who are on fire right now for Fort Worth Christian and the Cardinals as well. They've won 5 in a row as they enter back into district play this evening, taking on All Saints. Here's an overall look at the district standings. Fort Worth Christian 7-1, and then you have Southwest Christian 5-1, and then Lubbock Trinity Christian, they're 6-2. The Cardinals sweat versus them. So if we look ahead, there could be a need for a tiebreaker if Fort Worth Christian and Southwest Christian win out because the two teams split, and that would be that head-to-head run differential, which the Eagles do hold over the Cardinals. But that's a glance at the entire standings. You see All Saints with 1 district win so far, looking for their 2nd so far tonight. And we look overall at the matchup between the Cardinals and the Saints this evening. Here's a glance at the two teams. Bryson Ford leading the way for the Saints, a 432 mark, above 1,000 on his OPS. Then Grady Emerson, what else can you say about a guy with a 1,600 OPS? Well, by the way, he's hitting 531 on the year, a team best 7 home runs also. He looks to continue his great play tonight for the Cardinals, who are hitting 331 as a team, and they send their ace to the mound in Greg Smeds tonight. Looking forward to seeing what the Southpaw can do. He had a complete game shutout last time out. We step aside. We'll hear from the head coach, Rusty Greer, coming back. It's Cardinal Baseball pregame here on Tradio.
In the USA.
Fort Worth Christian School is Christ-centered, college preparatory school where every student is known, loved, and valued. At FWC, students are challenged to pursue excellence in the classroom, in competition, and in their faith, all while being equipped with a strong biblical worldview. From standout academics and championship athletics to award-winning fine arts and a vibrant student community, Fort Worth Christian is preparing tomorrow's leaders today. We invite you to discover the difference for your family. Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
Thank you so much for joining the game with us today. We hope you are enjoying this presentation of Cardinal Baseball Live on Tradio. We have a target of 20,000 channel subscribers before the end of this spring. We need your help to reach that goal. So please hit the subscribe button and the like button, and pick a friend or family member to whom you can share the game. We are happy you are watching and hope you consider becoming a member for access to different member-only content.
We're back with you on Cardinal Baseball Live here on Tradio. Happy to be joined alongside the head coach, Rusty Greer. Coach, your team getting back into district play here this week. A couple of big games upcoming. Before we talk about those, I want to talk about the trip to Lubbock, Texas. Your team, what are your thoughts after those 2 games? You win both of those games, and you do it in pretty convincing fashion, Coach.
Yeah, well, it was obviously a good 2 games for us, but I think I was happiest because these kids, they don't go on the road for 3 days at a time, and so they're out of their routine, and it can drain you. And I think our team responded well. We went out on Monday. We practiced that evening, got up and played. We went to we ate breakfast, went to D-bat and hit. Tried to keep them on as much of a routine as I could keep them on, and came out Tuesday night and swung the bats, and then did the same thing again on Wednesday. And I was impressed with our offense. I thought we ran the bases well. I thought we got timely hits, meaning even though it weren't close games, they were timely hits that put us to a run rule situation. And I don't think we quit. I think there was a time or two where we did lose focus, maybe because of the score. And that's one thing that we preach to these guys is that and we've talked about it before, is you finish the game. It's 7 innings. It doesn't matter what the score is, finish the game. And we have gotten a lot better at that over the course of the year. There was a couple times that I thought our focus waned, but we got right back to it. And I think we got back to it through our offense. I thought we pitched well. We shut them out in game 1, gave up 4 runs in game 2. And really in game 2, I thought that Bateras did a nice job. He had a couple double plays that weren't turned. It could have been very easily another 0 up there. But overall, I thought we played well, and I was proud of the guys for the way they handled the entire trip in general.
And, Coach, you brought up the stolen bases, and throughout this season, it's just been unbelievable. And I know I wasn't a part of doing the games a year ago, but just from looking at the numbers this year to have 110 stolen bases almost and multiple guys doing it with so much success. I know we touched on it earlier in the year, be aggressive, but to be aggressive and also be so successful, where does that come from this team being so good at stealing bases and taking the extra base?
Well, I think in both those situations, it comes down to lack of fear. And when I say that, I mean they don't have to worry about me blowing a gasket on them. If they get thrown out. And it doesn't matter what the situation is. It doesn't matter what the base is. You know, the old rule of thumb of we don't make the first or third out at third base because we're in scoring position. Well, for me, that's out the window. I want them to be aggressive, and I've told them if you get thrown out, keep running, and if you get thrown out, keep running. Because at this level, you can steal bases, and at this level, if the more pressure you apply and get the ball in the air, good things can happen for you. Yeah, we're gonna get thrown out, and we have been thrown out. We've been picked off. We've had inside moves, but overall they've been super aggressive. And last year we stole 96 bases, and if I'm being honest with you, one of my goals was still 100 this year, and we've gone past that. So now, what's the mark? I'm not sure, but we're gonna keep running and keep giving it a whirl.
Well, the mark right now, from what I have seen, 109. So you've reached that goal with still much room on the table. Griffin Carney and Grady Emerson and Braylon James all over 20 apiece. But I love what you said about not being fearful. And does that kind of dovetail as well as a similar approach basically with anything you do, on the mound or at the plate with 2 strikes, not being afraid of making a mistake?
Correct. I want them to go play the game. And not be afraid to make a mistake, but at the same time understand that we did make a mistake, and what do I do different next time? And that's part of what I tried starting way back in September to relay to these guys is it's all right to make mistakes, but how do we learn from them, and what do we do as we move forward? And so I think they've done a good job of that, understanding where they made a mistake, talking through it at times. And I think we've done a great job on the basis of taking the extra base, going first to third, or even home to second. They run the bases really hard, and that's kind of a mandate that we have. But just even if you go down to swinging a bat, I want them to be competitive and understand that this matters. And how am I competitive and without crossing the selfish line? And if I do make a mistake, what do I do different in my next at bat with a runner on third and less than 2 outs? Do I go to a B swing, a C swing to get the run home because my sole job is to get that runner home from third? And so we worked through some of that stuff, and we still continue to work through that because they're high school players, but they've gotten much better at it since day one for sure.
And a guy, it's hard to say maybe he's getting much better, but he certainly had a big bounce-back effort, and you said you were expecting that, you were looking for that. That's exactly what Greg Smeds did, a complete game shutout. I know that can get lost in the shuffle when you score 10 runs and win in short game fashion in 5 innings, but Greg Smeds, the ace of your staff, what can you say about his outing last week, and what do you expect from him here this week?
Well, I liked his bounce back. To your point, I didn't think he was himself his prior start, and we talked about that. He came out with a little more fire and energy. And what people don't realize and understand is, yes, he threw 5 innings, and we won 10-0 on a run rule. But what happens there is a trickle down effect, and so that trickle down effect becomes, because he did that, we swung the bats, and he was himself. Now going into game 2, which we really want to win because now we can sweep, is we have everybody on our staff available. We didn't have to dip into the bullpen at all. And so that gives you peace of mind knowing that you can use guys, 1 inning, multiple innings, whatever it may be, and you can kind of mix and match and bring guys in depending upon what the game situation is. And I think that helped us. We're on the flip side. If our starter goes out and goes 2 innings or 3 innings, and we have to start dipping in the bullpen in the first game of a series, it makes it a little more contentious as you get to the back end of game 2, especially if that game has a chance to go into extra innings. So great bounce back from Smeds. I like what I saw, and that's who he is to me. Whereas the prior start, he just wasn't himself, and I think that was just a lack of energy and focus and intent where he had it last Tuesday.
Well, final thing, Coach, as you get back into district play, those 2 wins last week move you to 7-1 atop the district now, going up against All Saints. What do you know about them? What do you expect from them?
Well, we played them. We played them last year. We split with them last year. They're going to be a good program. They're not going to let you just throw your hat on the field for sure. We're going to have to continue to push and play those 7 innings. We need a good start on the mound from Greg on Thursday and Bateris on Friday. And I like our chances. If we come out and just stay focused and have that intent and play our game, I like our chances.
Well, Coach, thanks so much for your time and best of luck.
Thank you, Will.
The prayer and the anthem, and now we're set for baseball tonight here at Keck Field, All Saints in Fort Worth Christian. We look at the starting lineups here for the Cardinals. Jake Parkerson at third, Grady Emerson at short, Griffin Carney at second, Andrew Ridgel at first base. Here in the outfield for the Cardinals, Jackson Purdue, Braylon James, and Jackson Castleberry. So all seniors on the infield, all seniors in the outfield, a senior battery as well with Greg Smeds and Hank Austin, and then you've got a freshman designated hitter in Jacob Ward. A little bit of a different look when you look at the Saints, a very young team. They've got 6 underclassmen and just 3 upperclassmen in their starting 9. We look at it now. Cage West leads things off. He's a freshman, one of 3 freshmen of the first 3 hitters in this order for Roger Kieschnick, the head coach. Another former big leaguer, just like Rusty Greer, so a pair of experienced managers going at it tonight. But Cage West leading things off. Bryson Ford hits second place center. Logan Fabella is at first base hitting third. Hudson Harbuck is a junior at third base. An honorable mention all-district selection last season. One of just 2 returning starters to this team. The other one, Dylan Smith, who hits behind him, 5th in the order. The lone senior in this starting lineup in left field. Then you got Sam McQuiston, the catcher, hitting 6th. Cash Carter, the sophomore shortstop, hitting 7th. Reed Skaggs, the sophomore, we'll see him on the bump in the bottom of the first inning. He hits 8th, and then Will Statler is the junior at second base. Greg Smeds, though, the lefty, really good last time out. He'll try to continue upon what has been another great season for him. He was the team's ace last season, and he's continued to fit that mold here this year. Greg Smeds trying to author another great outing. He certainly did that. Last time out, throwing a complete game shutout in Lubbock against a team that hadn't lost a district game all year. They were 6-0 before Greg Smeds threw a complete game shutout against them last time. That improved the left-hander to 6-0 on the year, now making his 9th start of the season, but 6 wins in 8 starts and only 8 earned runs allowed, 29 strikeouts to 21 walks. He's got a .150 ERA, and he gets this game underway. It's a ground ball to Emerson, backhands at short, throws it on to Ridgel at first, and so 1 pitch, 1 out here in the top of the first inning.
The center fielder, number 8, Bryson Ford.
So a 6-3 to start it, just on 1 pitch. It brings Bryson Ford to the plate. Freshman swings it from the left side and takes the first above the zone. He's been really impressive with the bat in his hands this year. Hitting .412 in district play through 6 district games, and he takes for a strike against Smeds. Overall on the season as well, pretty impressive, even better at that. A .422 hitter overall, with 19 hits and 45 at-bats, a swing and a miss, as Smeds has him out in front. And so, ball game starts with West grounding out to short on the first pitch, and now the 1-2 from Smeds, ground ball, pulled foul. Ford has driven in 4, he's drawn 7 walks, has just struck out 5 times. But an impressive .422 batting average, leading the team in hits and getting on base more than 50% of the time. And it's fouled away once again. All Saints 13-14-1 a year ago. They went 6-6 in league play. They split a pair of 1-run games against Coram Dale last time out in district action about a week ago, as that's bounced by Smeds to even the count. But tight games against the Lions of Coram Dale, a 5-4 victory before losing 6-5. Their last 2 district games. Swing and a miss. Smeds goes upstairs for the strikeout. There's 2 gone here in the top of the first inning.
The first baseman, number 23, Logan Fabella.
Brings Logan Fabella to the plate. 4 hits and 18 at-bats in district action overall on the season, hitting .261. And soft tapper right side, it'll be foul. Andrew Ridgel able to grab it in foul ground. Greg Smeds, a 1.51 ERA, a whip just about at 1.1. Now 30 strikeouts on the year compared to 21 walks after getting the swinging punch out on a 2-2 fastball upstairs to Bryson Ford. A lot of youth in this lineup for All Saints. The first 2 retired here in the top of the first inning. We mentioned those impressive streaks we showed you in the Cardinal Baseball Live pregame show. Well, it's Greg Smeds working on a nice streak himself. And he misses low and inside. One ball, 1 strike. And Smeds makes it a 1-2 count. An impressive streak for Smeds, as he has picked up victories in 6 of his last 7 starts and a 6-0 record on the year. It's a foul tip. It Looks like it got the senior catcher Hank Austin for a moment as the home plate umpire goes to talk to the southpaw with a 1-ball, 2-strike count remaining. But perhaps the best outing of the year for Smeds last time out. We mentioned the complete game shutout and only surrendered 4 hits. As he's gone 5 or more innings in 5 of his last 6 starts, looking for a 1-2-3 first. And that smoke past the diving Jake Parkerson. Logan Favela has a base hit with 2 outs as he pokes it through the left side to extend things here in the top of the first inning.
34, Hudson Harbuck.
It brings Hudson Harbuck to the plate. Runner on first, 2 outs for the junior third baseman. Harbuck hitting above 300 on the season. He was an honorable mention all-district selection 1 year ago. And one of just 2 returning starters to this team. We mentioned a lot of youth as the first 3 hitters freshmen, but Harbuck, a junior, comes aboard, or comes up to the plate with a runner aboard here in the top of the first inning. 1-0 count. The first 2 miss outside the zone. A 2-out single by Fabella. He stands at first, and Smeds fires a strike. And here comes the 2-1. Pulled foul toward the Cardinal dugout. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We're just underway here from Keck Corton Field, just after 7 o'clock on a great night for baseball. Cardinals looking to win their 6th consecutive game and stay atop the league standings. 7-1 on the year in district action as it's fouled back.
Go, Greg, Grayer.
Harbuck, 9 RBIs, 12 hits, and 38 at-bats, along with scoring 8 runs, hitting .316. It's down. Austin shoots down to second and throws out another runner. We saw him do it twice on Tuesday night. And Hank Austin shows off the arm, catches Fabella at second. And we go to the bottom of the first. Smeds faces the minimum, no score after a half inning.
You're just trying to find a way out. I don't want to tell you how to live, but I just don't want you to miss. And I don't mean to scare you. I want you to live, and I dare you to give this life all you have. Yeah, all you
Kearney leads us off as we start the bottom of the first. Greg Smets, 19 pitches in the top of the first inning, allows a 2-out single, but Hank Austin throws out a runner at second base, and Logan Fabella trying to steal second. And so Smets able to face the minimum as we start the bottom of the first inning. Griffin Kearney went 1 for 4 on Tuesday night, but that one, a walk-off single in the bottom of the ninth inning against HSAA to lift Fort Worth Christian to a 3-2 victory in non-district action. On Tuesday night here at home, a 2-0 count. Now 3 balls, no strikes. Griffin Kearney riding a 25-game on-base streak into tonight's action. And then the man on deck, he's been on base in 29 consecutive games, Grady Emerson, and make it 26 consecutive games for number 27 as he'll trot down to first base after a 4-pitch walk.
The shortstop, number 2, Grady Emerson.
He gets that streak out of the way rather quickly, just 4 pitches, and draws the free pass, and the speedy Griffin Kearney, who is tied for the team lead with 26 stolen bases now at first. And here's Grady Emerson. You see the numbers there, a .531 batting average, and it's Kearney running on the first pitch, diving into second, and he is out. A shot from Sam McQuiston cuts down Griffin Kearney, who is eyeballing his 27th stolen bag of the year. Instead, he's caught, and there's 1 out. So a 4-pitch walk immediately erased off the base paths as the Cardinals face Reed Skaggs on the bump, and the right-hander now working with 1 gone here to Grady Emerson. Emerson takes a strike. Grady, 6 home runs over his last 10 games, 7 in total on the season, hits with a 1-1 count. A little shift out in the outfield as it's fouled back.
Go G.
But a 14-game hitting streak for Grady Emerson. He's on the Golden Spikes midseason watch list. 50 players selected there, 49 of them Division I players, and then Grady Emerson for the award that goes to the best amateur baseball player in the country. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out as Skaggs comes set here against Grady Emerson. And he watches outside. Grady, only 3 times that he has struck out in 110 plate appearances this season, hits with a 2-ball, 2-strike count. And Grady gets a hold of this toward right field. It continues to fly and make it another bomb for Grady Emerson. A solo shot here in the bottom of the first puts the Cardinals on the board. His 8th of the season, and now his 7th in the last 11 games for number 2.
Hey, let's go,
2-2 pitch that he drives over the right field wall. Extends his hit streak to 15 straight, his on-base streak to now 30 straight, all the games this season for the Cardinals. And it's his 8th home run of the year. But his 7th in the last 11 games is Braylon James. Watches the first up and out.
The center fielder, number 17, Braylon James.
Braylon James, he was a first-team All-District selection for the Cardinals a year ago, been the mainstay in the 3-hole for the Cardinals here in his senior campaign, a lineup full of seniors for Rusty Greer. 2 balls, no strikes with 1 gone. It was a campaign where he hit .342 in the 2025 campaign. Sees that one up. It was a 4-pitch walk to Griffin Kearney. He was caught stealing. Grady then hits a solo home run, and now James hits with a 3-0 count. James 0 for 4 on Tuesday night. He takes for a strike there. And we'll take ball 4. So the second walk issued by Reed Skaggs, working with his battery mate in the junior catcher, Sam McChrystal.
The right fielder, number 11,
Harbuck at
Jackson
third, Carter
Castleberry.
at short. Statler at second, Fabella at first, with Smith, Ford, and Palco. Left to right of the outfield is Jackson Castleberry. Comes up. And he'll step out. Castleberry went 0 for 2, but drew a pair of walks on Tuesday night, and a run scored as well for the UT Arlington commit, with Braylon James at first base, and the first one he takes upstairs. Castleberry, heading into that matchup Tuesday night, had hit safely in 8 of his last 9 games. Went 0 for 2 despite getting aboard twice on walks. Overall hitting .339 on the year for the senior cleanup man, which does include 1 home run. The Cardinals now have hit 11 home runs as a team with Grady's solo fly. He has 8 of the 11. As that is a ground ball over the head of Fabella. The bouncer to right will allow Braylon James to get to third, and Jackson Castleberry slides into second. So a couple in scoring position now for Jake Parkerson.
The third baseman, number 7, Jake Parkerson.
Jake Parkerson hits with runners on second and third here in the bottom of the first inning. He had an RBI single on Tuesday night and has had an impressive senior season, hitting .419 on the year, getting on base 50% of the time, with an OPS north of 1,000. As he'll try to produce with runners in scoring position against Skaggs, who comes home. The first one is down. A 1-0 count here to Jake Parkerson. Quick step off before facing the Cardinals' third baseman. So Parkerson, you mentioned above 400 on the year. He's been good in these spots as well, hitting .395 with runners in scoring position this season. Back-to-back games that he has been able to produce runs driven in, and he'll try to do the same here in the bottom of the first inning. Overall, Parkerson with 23 runs driven in this season, third most for the Cardinals. He has to get out of the way of that. 2-0 count here to Parkerson. Cardinals threaten here in the bottom of the first inning with the hot-hitting Parkerson at the plate. He watches off the plate. Parkerson, he had a pair of multi-hit games last week in Lubbock, went 1 for 4 on Tuesday night. Draws a walk here. That'll load the bases up for a man on a 9-game hit streak, Andrew Ridgel.
The first baseman, number 9, Andrew Ridgel.
Let's go, Ridge.
And a quick visit to the hill as well. Bases loaded, 1 out. Bottom of the first inning. They'll talk to Reed Skaggs, the sophomore right-hander, dealing with a little trouble here in the bottom of the first inning. Craig Smeds threw 19 pitches and a 0 on the scoreboard for him at the top of the first. But Skaggs, he issues his third walk of the inning, and it loads up the bases. Just one down here in the bottom of the first. Andrew Ridgel to the plate. And Ridgel hitting .464 this season, riding a 9-game hit streak for number 9. And he's perhaps been the best in these situations. With runners in scoring position as Ridgel takes the first upstairs, Andrew Ridgel is hitting .579. A big reason why he's moved up to the 6th spot to have these opportunities. And he's taken advantage of them, nearly hitting .600 with runners in scoring position, and he's had plenty of opportunity to do so. Has it once again with the bases full of Cardinals and a 2-0 count. It was a 2-hit night on Tuesday for Andrew Ridgel. Went 2 for 4 to extend the hit streak to 9 games. And Ridgel pops this one up. It'll get out of play. 2 balls and a strike with 1 out.
Hey!
2-1 count to Ridgel. Has to avoid being plunked, and now a 3-ball, 1-strike count. The hot-hitting Andrew Ridgel trying to extend the Cardinals' lead and his hit streak. And he'll just get aboard. He'll get an RBI for it, though, as he draws a bases-loaded walk here in the bottom of the first. It extends the Cardinals' lead to 2-0.
The left fielder, number 25, Jackson Purdue.
So Reed Skaggs with back-to-back walks has now issued 4 free passes here in the bottom of the first, and he'll face Jackson Purdue. And he takes the first above the zone. Purdue, the senior left fielder. This his 8th game of the season, was hurt for a bulk of the opening portion of the 2026 campaign. The senior who got a lot of action a season ago, now healthy in the lineup for the Cardinals, and he came through in a big way with a double, went 1 for 4 on Tuesday, and he's been aboard in all 7 games that he has played here this season. But a small sample size after being banged up the first month and a half to 2 months of the season, but he came through with a really nice double to left center in extra innings on Tuesday night. His first extra base hit of the season as he grounds this to third. It's gathered by Harbuck. He goes to second. The relay not in time to first. It gets behind Favela, and it allows Jake Parkerson and Jackson Castleberry to come across. So the Cardinals extend their lead. And now 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning.
The designated hitter, number 24, Jacob Ward.
So that brings Jacob Ward to the plate. Coming off a massive series in Lubbock last week, he had 5 RBIs, also the first home run of his career for the freshman. And now hits with 2 outs, and the Cardinals leading 4-0 here in the bottom of the first inning as 2 runs came across to score on that fielder's choice that put Purdue at first. Ward at the plate. Watches off, a check down to first. Purdue able to get back in plenty of time on the throw from McQuiston. Jacob Ward trying to continue the line. Has scored a run in 4 of his last 5 games. Wasn't in the lineup Tuesday night. A swing and a miss there, a 1-2 count. As Reed Skaggs will try to get out of some trouble.
Go, Jacob.
This is low and in. Purdue was off running. Throw goes into center. He'll safely take second.
Go, Jacob.
So Skaggs now working with another runner at second. Had him for 5 1/3 worked on the year coming into tonight. Just 2 hits allowed, but 5 walks and 6 punch-outs. The Cardinals with 4 on the board here in the bottom of the first. Ward watches it bounce to even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner at second. That's Skaggs in 5 1/3 with 3 earned runs allowed, 6 punch-outs, 5 walks coming into tonight. The Cardinals with 2 hits and 4 runs being scored here in the home half of the first inning. And Jacob Ward walks. So the 5th walk drawn by the Cardinals in the home half of the first brings the 9th Cardinal to the plate here this inning in Hank Austin.
The catcher, number 1, Hank Austin.
So Hank Austin hits with 2 on and 2 out. The senior catcher who threw out a runner at second to end the top of the first comes up with an opportunity here in the bottom half of the inning. Watches the first off the plate, Hank Austin. Really swinging the bat well as of late. Went 1 for 4, but had a double on Tuesday night. And he grounds this one right back to Skaggs, knocks it down, stays with it, goes to first, and the side is retired. Not before the Cardinals score 4 runs on 2 hits. They leave 2 on, but they lead 4-0 after an inning here from Keck Gordon Field.
Hi, my name is Kendall Bryant. I'm in 8th grade, and this is my 3rd year at Fort Worth Christian. My favorite thing about Fort Worth Christian is how everyone feels like a family, and it's a very close-knit community.
Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
My name is Brooks Hill, and I've been at Fort Worth Christian for 3 years now. My favorite thing is probably getting the opportunity to represent Christ in everything that we do here, whether that's band or athletics or just in the classroom.
Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
Welcome back to action. You're watching Cardinal Baseball live on Tradio. Happy you're with us tonight. Will Connerly, Tim Polster, our entire crew, glad you're joining us here on Tradio. A 4-0 score after an inning of action. These 2 teams last season split the series. Cardinals coming in, top team in the district with a 7-1 mark. The other team with 1 loss, Southwest Christian, who they split against. The next tiebreaker would be run differential, but we shall continue to scoreboard watch and follow that closely across the league. Tomorrow these 2 teams meet at All Saints, but after an inning, the Cardinals with the advantage, giving Greg Smed some run support. Started with Grady Emerson. hitting a home run. Another extra base hit for the outstanding senior shortstop, his 8th home run of the year. The Cardinals continue to be patient at the plate, score 4 runs on just 2 hits, but they benefit from 5 walks in that first inning. And Hudson Harbuck back to the plate here to start. The top of the second inning. First one fouled away. It's an 0-1 count. Harbuck has hit safely in 3 of his last 4 games. Comes in hitting above 300 on the season. 316 mark with a 438 OBP, which is second best on the team, along with slugging 500. A 1-1 count. Now 2, and when we say up to the plate again, because he was batting when the first inning ended, but Logan Fabella was caught stealing by Hank Austin, the Cardinals catcher, to end the first. So he's leading things off here in the top of the second. Smeds misfiring down. And another foul ball right side. No home runs as a team for All Saints this season, but it's Harbuck who's got the most pop on the team, at least in terms of the gap-to-gap power, a team-high 7 doubles. And he pulls one toward the Cardinal dugout. Now, we should admit, those are from the statistics we could find, found about 15 games on Game Changer. They've played 18 this season, so more or less, but gives you an idea, leading the team in 2 baggers. Misfires down, and that's a free pass for Harbuck to begin things in this top of the second inning. Although at least for the numbers that we're disseminating for you for Fort Worth Christian, we know those are accurate because we've been following the team all year long. But Greg Smeds at the plate. But you do the math, carry the 1, add up their totals from the statistics that they have from Game Changer. That's what you get. Dylan Smith at the plate. A lone senior in this batting order with a swing and a miss on the first offering from Greg Smeds after issuing the walk. To Harbuck, a good at-bat. Had a couple of foul balls, but works it to a 3-ball count and draws the free pass as Smeds bounces one in to even the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. From what we have as well, Smith, he's come up in big spots for them. Leads the team with 10 driven in. That's fouled back. He's got 13 hits and 41 at-bats. Hitting .317 on the season. Second on the team in total hits for the senior left fielder. And that's strike 3. So Greg Smeds comes up with a big punch out, his second of the evening for the first out here in the top of the second.
The catcher, number 7, Sam McQuiston.
So Sam McQuiston comes up to the plate. And he fouls the first one back to the netting. 0-1 count with 1 out, 1 on. It's Hudson Harbuck at first after working the walk to begin this inning. And the junior catcher hits with an 0-1 count. That ball is smoked to left field. Extra bases in the works for Sam McQuiston. Harbuck, he'll motor into third, and it's a one-out double to put runners on second and third for All Saints here in the top of the second. So after the Cardinals strike for 4 in the bottom of the first, All Saints with an opportunity now after the big one-out double to put 2 in scoring position. McQuiston really getting a hold of it, drilling it down that left field line. And Cole Fuller, the junior, will courtesy run for the catcher now at second. Brings Cash Carter to the plate. 1 gone, but 2 on. Runners on second and third. Smeds fires a strike. Quiston comes up with a big double from what we had, just his second extra base hit here this season. Foul back in first, double. Had him logged for a triple on the year. The first time he's had a double. And all in all, he, with just 5 hits and 34 at-bats from the numbers that we were able to gather. But a big swing there, as All Saints will try to answer the Cardinals' big bottom of the first. And they've got the threat going now. That's a ground ball toward Emerson. Charges in on it, throws across to Andrew Ridgel, but a run comes home to score. And so an RBI ground out for Cash Carter.
Pitcher number 2, Reed Skaggs.
All started with Harbuck drawing the walk. He comes home to score. Gets to third on the double by McQuiston, and then Carter brings him home on the 6-3 ground ball. Now 2 outs here for Reed Skaggs. He's first pitch swinging, pop up to Jake Parkerson at third and foul ground. He has it, and the inning is over. So a run comes across to score, and it's a 4-1 score as we go to the bottom of the second. You're watching Cardinal Baseball live on Tradio. So Griffin Carney, who led off the bottom of the first inning, will lead things off here in the bottom of the second as 9 Cardinals came to the plate. And in a 4-run home half of the first. All Saints with a run in the top of the second. And Carney first pitch swinging, pop up right side, and it falls. Carney looking to take the extra bag, diving into second safely as the ball gets beyond the reach of the shortstop in Carter. And Griffin Carney with the pop-up. Stadler unable to get there, just in no man's land. We get a look at the replay here. Carney aggressive, didn't really get a hold of it, but it falls in a right spot. And Carney able to run into second. So he's been aboard twice tonight. Mentioned he's on a 25-game on-base streak, and now Grady Emerson comes up to the plate. Now 21 extra base hits on the year after his home run. In the first, he comes up for a second time. Gets to the backstop. Griffin Carney will take the extra bag. So Emerson, 15 for his last 22 at the plate. 6 straight multi-hit games, and now on a 15-game hit streak. Hits with a 1-1 count. And he watches up and out. 2 balls and a strike here to Emerson, who's now had an RBI in 15 of his last 16 games as well, and a friendly 2-1 count to the senior shortstop. It's out of the way. A lot of attention to Grady here in his senior season. Played at Argyle a year ago, but now coming to play under the direction of Rusty Greer here in his senior campaign, and a breakout year for him. Many expected this type of performance, and he's lived up to the billing. As Emerson shoots it the other way, that'll drive home a run. Grady thinking extra bases. He'll easily have second. He's rounding, looking to stretch it to 3, and he will as he slides into third. It's an RBI triple for Grady Emerson, and the Cardinals extend their lead to 5-1.
The center fielder, number 17, Braylon James.
Another look on the replay from the triple from Emerson. Shoots it down the left field line. Now 16 for his last 23 at the plate. And in 2 at-bats has totaled now 7 bases. With 7 straight multi-hit games now for Grady. A homer and a triple. We saw a 3-hit day he had in Lubbock last week. It was a homer, triple, and double, but didn't have the chance to get, well, the easiest one, the single, as the game ended in 5 innings via run rule. Braylon James at the plate. That misfires outside. 2 balls, no strikes, the count to the senior center fielder. So Griffin Carney credited with the double to begin the inning on that pop up to the right side. Grady Emerson shooting a triple to the opposite field. And now James going the other way. That'll be deep enough to bring a run home, and the Cardinals extend their lead to 6-1 on a sacrifice fly by Braylon James. Lifted right side, it falls in front of Palco. So the 3rd hit of the inning for Fort Worth Christian, a double from Carney, a triple from Emerson, a single to right field from Jackson Casser.
Third baseman number 7, Jake Parkerson.
Jake.
So Jake Parkerson hits. In a 6-1 ball game, 4 in the first, 2 more in the second from the Cardinals. Castleberry getting back to first after it misses up and out to Jake Parkerson. Parkerson drawing a walk his last time up. as it was a 5-walk first inning for the right-hander Skaggs. Runner is off, and Parkerson fouls it away. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. With 1 on here for Jake Parkerson. An OBP of 500 on the season for the senior third baseman. And he'll call time. Skaggs was waiting a moment to come to the plate. And Parkerson, a guy, had a good junior campaign, hit .295, 1 inning. At third base. Mitchell watching for a strike. And a visit to the mound. Quiston wanted to talk with Skaggs with 2 balls and a strike. The count, runner at second, perhaps going over the signs with Parkerson at second base.
You wanna be great now. You're just trying to find a way out. I don't wanna tell
So bottom of the second inning. 2 balls, 1 strike here with 2 gone, and a runner at second, and Jake Parkerson with Andrew Ridgel at the plate. Skies it on the right side, and Fabella makes the grab in foul ground. Not before the Cardinals add 2 more. It's Grady Emerson who triples, and then Braylon James brings him home on this sacrifice fly. And the Cardinals with a 6-1 lead after 2.
Hi, my name is Madeline Moda. I'm in 9th grade, and this is my 4th year at 4th Christian. I enjoy so much about FWC, especially the community. You can tell the teachers truly care, and I love how Christ is incorporated into every classroom. I love that at FWC, you can be included in so many aspects of the school and so many new opportunities.
Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
Tristan Coleman, 11th grade. This is my first year at Fort Worth Christian. I think that I really like about Fort Worth Christian is just the community aspect of it. Once I got here, I feel like everybody just kind of like brought me in and was super kind. And I've never really been in like an environment to where like everybody's just nice like that. Like it doesn't really feel like school for me. It feels like a community, like I'm actually going there having fun and learning.
Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
We welcome you back to Cardinal Baseball Live here on Tradio, starting the 3rd inning. And the first pitch from Greg Smeds called a strike. 9-1-2 due up for All Saints in the top of the 3rd. Swing and a miss from Will Statler, the junior second baseman. So it was a Carney double, and then an Emerson triple comes home to score on a sac fly for the Cardinals to add on 2 more. That's foul back on an 0-2 pitch. But Grady now with 7 straight multi-hit games. Also plays a phenomenal shortstop. Yet to commit an error so far this season. Has made 1 nice play tonight, and that's on 100 total chances in the field. No errors for Emerson here this season. As it's up and in. Always a topic of conversation for the Cardinals shortstop. He's also been a part of 15 double play turns here on the campaign. A ball and 2 strikes, though, here to Statler. And it's fouled back.
Right. Go Forrest.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Here in this district matchup, Cardinals looking to move to 8-1 in league play. And that ball driven well to center, but Braylon James back on it for the first out of the inning. Good piece out of the 9 spot of the order for All Saints. That'll flip us back to the top of the lineup in Cage West, who grounded out to Grady Emerson. To begin this ball game, it was on the first pitch he saw that he was swinging. Right here, Take slowing inside. 1-0 count. Smed's able to retire the leadoff man like he did in the first. He was able to face the minimum despite allowing a 2-out single with Hank Austin in that inning, throwing out a would-be base stealer at second to end the threat. But now Smed's falling behind Cage West, the leadoff man. West about a 300 hitter for the freshman atop this order. And a swing and a miss. Now 2 balls and a strike. Roger Kieschnick with plenty of freshmen in this starting lineup. The first 3 hitters, all freshmen for All Saints. This fires down. 3 balls and a strike. As Smeds works here to Cage West, the DH atop this order. That's a ground ball, another one to short. Emerson has it, and it's on to first in time. 2 up, 2 down. At the top of the 3rd inning.
The center fielder, number 8, Bryson Ford.
Struck out swinging last time up. He's been their most impressive bat this season, hitting .422 with a .509 OBP along with 5 doubles. And the 1-2 upcoming. Walks, then strikeouts as well. Not tonight. He's gone down swinging twice. Greg Smeds with a 1-2-3 third. Cardinals back to the plate. They lead by 5 as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. So Jackson Purdue leads us off as we start the bottom of the third inning. Purdue with a fielder's choice last time up. And he watches the first three outside the zone. So 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Cardinals here in the bottom of the third inning. Purdue with the 3-0 green light. Gets out of play. It'll be some sort of a souvenir for the fans in attendance this season. 3 balls and 1 strike, the count here to Jackson Purdue. And Purdue pops it to center, but called off by the shortstop. Carter makes the catch for the first out.
The designated hitter, number 24, Jacob Ward.
So Jacob Ward comes up to the plate. Got on a walk last time up. It was a 5-walk first inning, but Skaggs not issuing a free pass last inning. But the Cardinals able to add on to the lead with a couple of extra base hits to begin the frame. A bloop double from Griffin Carney. An opposite field triple from Grady Emerson. And they made it a 6-1 lead. But the leadoff man retired here in the third. To Skaggs last time up, and he made a nice play on the bump, knocked it down, threw it to first, and it ended the inning. Austin watches runner is off. Austin shoots this one the other way to right. Now they'll try to double up Ward at first, and he gets back in time. So nearly the 9-3 inning-ending double play. But Ward gets back. Let's take another look, as that one was close on a pretty routine fly out to right. Austin did hit it well. They throw it to first, here to Fabella. And Ward certainly getting back in time, but a close play.
Go, Griff.
I was thinking at least it would have been hard to see from that angle when the ball got in the glove, but we could still see the ball before it hit the leather as the freshman dives back into first in time. Good replay by our crew there as Griffin Carney comes up to the plate. Walk his first trip, a double last time up. And he fouls it away. Ball and a strike with 2 down and 1 on. So 1 run scored for Carney tonight. 1 for 1 with a run scored and a walk. And then the man on deck, Grady Emerson, 2 for 2 with a homer and a triple. And these two, They've both been on base pretty much in every game. They've accounted for 40% of the Cardinals' runs this season. Carney and Emerson. 1 ball, 1 strike. As he skies it out to left. And it drops. Another bloop hit for Griffin Carney. As it drops in front of the left fielder, Smith puts runners on first and second for Grady Emerson.
The shortstop, number 2, Grady Emerson.
So Carney now 2 for 2. Mentioned Carney and Emerson. Emerson now on a 30-game on-base streak. Carney on a 26-game on-base streak. The two have combined for over 50 stolen bases and 40% of the runs scored. These two have certainly been the engine that runs the Cardinal offense. Carney, the All-State selection last year. Emerson coming into this program from Argyle and the top-ranked high school prospect for the upcoming MLB draft here this summer. Already a homer and triple here today, working on a big day at the plate. We'll see what he can do with 2 on. Watches down. And a visit. Emerson, couple extra base hits tonight, up to 22 extra base hits this season. Watches inside. He's got 12 extra base hits over his last 9 games. And with a 2-0 count, he'll get the intentional free pass. So Grady Emerson, don't want to mess with him anymore. They'll take their chances with Braylon James, and the bases loaded.
All right, B, that's in the play.
James takes the first up and out. Bases full of Cardinals for Braylon James. As Emerson gets credited with the bases on balls, his 29th walk drawn this year. And another intentional pass. We've seen a handful of those here this season. This one to load the bases. And the 1-1. James, soft ground ball to second. And Stadler gets it on to first. Cardinals leave them loaded as we're through 3. Fort Worth Christian ahead by 5.
You wanna be great now. You're just trying to find a way out. I don't want to tell you how to live, but I just don't want you to miss. And I don't mean to scare you. I want you to live, and I dare you to give this life all you have. Yeah, all you We
We're back with you on Cardinal Baseball Live on Tradio. Another inning of action for Greg Smeds. He'll face 3. That's a ground ball. Parkerson gathers over to first. And the one-out single doing no harm as Greg Smeds able to get out of it. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Cardinals lead 6-1. I wonder if it's because there's 2 games at once. Think about it. The only times we have
Castleberry.
So Jackson Castleberry leads things off as we start the bottom of the 4th inning. A swing and a miss for the Cardinals cleanup man.
Jackson.
Now an 0-2 count to Castleberry, working on a nice day so far at the plate. 2 for 2 tonight. And he has a ground ball to second. Stadler makes the play.
The third baseman, number 7, Jake Parkerson.
That'll bring Jake Parkerson up. Parkerson walked in his first trip, singled his last time up, and his third at-bat starts with a strike, or third plate appearance, we should say. 1 run scored tonight as well.
Good.
1 for 1 tonight with a run scored and a walk drawn. Man hitting .417 when the night began. And he fouls one away. A ball and 2 strikes here to Jake Parkerson.
Hey.
6 runs on 7 hits for the Cardinals, and a nasty pitch right there to get Parkerson down. Skaggs goes to the breaking ball, buries it. Parkerson goes chasing for it. And now there's 2
The
outs.
first baseman, number 9, Andrew Ridgel.
Just the first time the Cardinals have gone down on a strikeout tonight. And a really, really good breaking ball there from Reed Skaggs. That brings Andrew Ridgel to the plate first. Bounces low and out into the glove of Sam McQuiston behind the plate. Ridgel walked his first time up, popped out in foul territory. And his next trip to the plate, he watches on the outer half, called for a strike, an even 1-ball, 1-strike count. Here with 2 down, nobody on. Ridgel working on a 9-game hit streak. And taps one foul in front of the Cardinal dugout. A 1-2 pitch awaits. Ridgel fouls it away. So Skaggs looking to retire the side in order.
Going on.
And the payoff pitch awaits. Skaggs out of the windup for the 3-2 here to Ridgel. That's ball 4. So Andrew Ridgel, second walk drawn by the Cardinals' first baseman. The 8th overall walk issued by Skaggs tonight through 3 2/3, up to 90 pitches tonight. And it'll bring Jackson Purdue, the senior left fielder, to the plate.
The left fielder, number 25, Jackson Purdue.
So Jackson Purdue hitting with 2 down and 1 on. Takes the first for ball. And the first 2 misfire. Purdue 0 for 2 tonight. Back-to-back games with hits for the senior left fielder, including his first extra base hit of the season on Tuesday. And he takes a strike.
Look.
Runner is off, and Ridgel, and he runs into an out. Sam McQuiston cuts down Ridgel, and we're through 4. Cardinals lead by 5 as we take another look. Andrew Ridgel gunned down as Purdue is at the plate. Ridgel looking to move up, but the Cardinals, they've been caught a couple times tonight for a team with well over 100 stolen bases on the year. They've been caught twice as we go to the fifth.
It's the big time. Can you feel those bright lights? Everything is yours tonight. It's on tonight. The big time. In the big time.
We've arrived at the top of the fifth inning. Cash Carter leading us off, swing and miss, 0-1 count. Another inning of action for Greg Smeds. Back-to-back swings and misses. Smeds just one run and 3 hits surrendered tonight for the Cardinals southpaw. 4 strikeouts and 1 walk issued by Smeds, who's just shy of 70 pitches tonight. On the other side, Skaggs, he's needed 95 pitches to go through 4. As Smeds misses low and inside. These two teams meet again tomorrow night at All Saints. Cash Carter now makes it a 3-ball, 2-strike count. He fouls it away.
The pitcher, number 2, Reed Skaggs.
Just the second walk issued by Smeds tonight. Through 4 innings of action, beginning his 5th inning, as Smeds with the pickoff, and Carter caught in between first and second, a rundown, and tagged out by Grady Emerson. So we've seen a pickoff and 3 runners caught stealing combined between the two teams tonight, as that erases a base runner, and the leadoff walk cut off the base paths on a good pickoff move by the left-hander. Ridgel down to Emerson, who applies the tag. And there's 1 out. That probably calls off what Skaggs was trying to do, trying to bunt a runner over. Skaggs, 4 innings of action so far on the mound as the pitching coach John Hampton makes his way out. To now talk with Greg Smeds, who's at 75 pitches tonight. And so John Hampton, the pitching coach, part of a great staff that's been put together by head coach Rusty Greer, Curtis Wilkerson, John Hampton, Jacob Pickle, Tyler Ricks, all doing a great job leading the Cardinals, and they've done it in a great way with their leadership efforts. Team in the midst of a 5-game win streak, currently atop the district, and overall 23-5-1 on the season. High expectations coming in, and they've really lived up to it. Overall, there's a grip. Greg Smeds, certainly a big part of that. The ace of this staff, though, trying to work around the leadoff walk in this inning, and, well, did so quite finely himself, picking that runner off and Cash Carter. But after throwing a ball to Reed Skaggs, a quick visit. Smeds fires a strike. 2 balls and a strike the count here with 1 out. Here to Skaggs. And now a 3-1 count. Skaggs 0 for 1 tonight. Got a board on a fielder's choice. Misses upstairs. He reaches here on a walk. No, he popped up to third, actually, in his first at-bat.
The second baseman, number 4,
now,
Will Statler.
After being 0 for 1, draws the walk. And so the second walk issued by Smeds to begin this inning. The first he picked off, but now Skaggs gets on. Will Statler up to the plate. He's 0 for 1. And a foul ball. Statler hit the ball well last time up. The 9th place hitter in All Saints lineup, driving one to center. But Braylon James was able to go back on it and collect it for the first out. That came in the 3rd inning. Now he's up for a second time here in the 5th. That's blocked by Austin. Skaggs looking to take the extra bag, and he does so to move into scoring position.
My name is Kendall Bryant. I'm in 8th grade, and this is my 3rd year at Fort Worth Christian. My favorite thing about Fort Worth Christian is how everyone feels like a family, and it's a very close-knit community.
Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
My name is Brooks Hill, and I've been at Fort Worth Christian for 3 years now. My favorite thing is probably getting the opportunity to represent Christ in everything that we do here, whether that's band or athletics or just in the classroom.
At Keck Horton Field as we begin the bottom of the fifth inning. New arm into the game. The senior right-hander Dylan Smith now out on the mound for All Saints. Jackson Purdue, who's 0 for 2 tonight at the plate. And he takes a strike. So that closes the book on Reed Skaggs. 4 innings, 7 hits allowed, 6 runs, 5 of them earned. And back-to-back strikes. And 8 walks, 1 strikeout for Skaggs. As Purdue will now have to hit with the full count here to begin this bottom of the fifth inning. And a swing and a miss. So Dylan Smith comes back from down 3-0 in the count to strike out Purdue. And it brings Jacob Ward up to the plate. Ward, the freshman DH, has walked twice tonight in his first 2 trips to the plate. Smith, 21 innings logged on the year from the numbers that we found. That's the 3rd most innings worked on the staff this season. And gets ahead to Ward, 0-2 in the count. In that time, a 6 ERA, a whip just above 2 with 22 strikeouts compared to 28 free passes. And 18 earned runs, 16 hits allowed in those 21 innings of action. 51% on the strike percentage for him. The other 2 arms that we've seen work quite a bit, Statler with 24 1/3 and then Harbeck with 22 innings. Perhaps see them in the game tomorrow, if not later on tonight. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And now a full count. Just a programming note, typically we go on the road and cover every game. We did last week in Lubbock and have been for all season, but we'll not have Cardinal Baseball Live on the broadcast here on Tradio tomorrow night. And we'll be back next week for more Cardinal baseball. The 3-2 is foul back and ricochets off the mask of the umpire. As they give him a moment. The catcher, Sam McQuiston, going out to have a chat with Dylan Smith, giving the home plate umpire a moment after the foul ball ricocheted off his mask. Doesn't count as a defensive meeting. Another foul ball right back. So Ward battling with a full count here. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 1 gone. Smith with a punch out. The first batter he faces. Ward smokes it to left. It rolls to the base of the wall, gathered, but not before Jacob Ward slides into second with a double. And the Cardinals in business here in the bottom of the 5th inning. So Jacob Ward showing the power as of late. Had 5 RBIs in his first home run of the season last week. Reaches for a 3rd time tonight. 2 walks and now a double for the freshman designated hitter. It brings up Hank Austin. Hank Austin riding a 4-game hit streak, his longest such streak of the season. But tonight, 0 for 2. As he hits with no count, a mound visit, and back to action. In for a strike.
Okay.
And the 2-1 pitch. Down and out to Hank Austin. So Dylan Smith, the strikeout, but then the double to Ward, standing on second. 3 balls and a strike here to Austin. Fouls back, puts it at a full count. Mentioned that record as well. 7-5 a year ago for the Cardinals, and now 7-1 this season. So matching their district total. A win tonight as well would match their total win mark that they had a year ago, 24 victories, sitting at 23-5-1 right now. Austin, a good piece of it out to left, and it gets over the head of Harbuck in left field. Jacob Ward will be waved home, and the Cardinals add on. They're on top 7-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. So Austin extends his hit streak to 5 straight games, his 2nd straight game with a double, just over the reach of Harbuck. Started the game at the hot corner, moved out to left, and Austin able to rip it over his head. And now it puts Griffin Carney up to the plate. Number 27, the leadoff man. He's been on 3 times tonight, extending his on-base streak to 26 straight games. 2 for 2, also drawing a walk here in this game. It's Hunter Hampton running at second as a courtesy for the backstop. And Hank Austin, 2nd straight game with a double for him. As Carney, another big day at the plate. He watches off the plate. So Griffin Carney now hits in 11 of his last 12 games on a 6-game hitting streak to go along with that impressive on-base streak as well. 9 hits in total now for the Cardinals tonight, and Carney takes for a strike.
All right.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes here to the Cardinals' leadoff man, Griffin Carney. That's pulled foul. Got aboard to begin this game on a walk that was caught stealing. For a Cardinals team that has taken so many bags, they were just shy of 100 stolen bases, 96 a year ago. Now north of 110 as they enter play tonight for their 30th game of the season. And the 2-2. Carney, well struck through the left side on the ground. The courtesy runner, Hunter Hampton, dives home safely. Carney will take the extra bag on the throw in, and the Cardinals lead 8-1.
The shortstop, number 2, Grady Emerson.
Go, G. Go, G.
And that brings Grady Emerson to the plate as Griffin Carney, all he does is hit as of late for the Cardinals. 3 for 3. He's been aboard 4 times, and the speedy leadoff man now at second as Grady Emerson takes the first up and out. Homered his first time up, tripled in his second at bat, and then was hitting with a 2-0 count before being intentionally walked in his 3rd trip to the plate. And looks like they don't want to mess with Grady Emerson. First 2 miss well outside the zone. did plenty of damage in his first 2 ABs with 7 total bases. And 2-0 count with neither pitch being close here in this AB. Grady smokes it, and that's going a long way out to right center, but tracked down. Ford at the wall allows Carney to advance to third as Grady just missed what could have been his second long ball of the day. Goes all the way to the wall and tracked down by Bryson Ford out of the outfield for the second out of the inning. Just getting a little too much under that one. Looked like it was really well struck off the bat. It goes to the deep right center portion just to the left of the 338 sign out in the outfield in front of the scoreboard. And a new arm coming into the game for All Saints. That'll be Mason Smithers into the game, the freshman. From what we have in 15 games logged on their game changer, again, he's played 18 total games entering tonight with a 6-12 record, but only have him down for 3 total innings this year. Has allowed 3 hits, 5 earned. ERA just north of 11. But he comes into the ball game after Emerson has a deep fly out. But the Cardinals have extended their lead to now 8-1 here in the bottom of the 5th inning, and enter the freshman right-hander Mason Smithers. Smithers into the bowl game. Runner at third is Griffin Carney. Batter will be Braylon James. Mentioned these Cardinal Baseball Live on Tradio broadcasts. Not in action at All Saints tomorrow, but will return. More Cardinal Baseball Live upcoming next week. Cardinals play on Tuesday, and then also play on Thursday. So a pair of games next week for Fort Worth Christian. Both non-district games for Rusty Greer's club. The Cardinals looking to improve to 8-1 in district play, and they've got an 8-1 lead right now here at the bottom of the 5th inning. Braylon James at the plate. 0 for 1 tonight for Braylon. Smithers fires on his first offering. 25 hits on the year for Braylon James, a .298 hitter when the night began. Senior hitting with a 2-0 count. 3 balls, no strikes here to James. Led the squad in plate appearances a year ago. Has been a big fixture in the middle of this Rusty Greer lineup. Heading off to Snead State Community College next year to continue his baseball career in college. Cardinals with 5 commits to play at the next level. And James watches 2 of those Division I commits, and Grady Emerson to Texas and Jackson Castleberry to UT Arlington. While Grady, though,
number 11,
a big payday probably in store for him in the MLB draft coming up here this summer. Jackson Castleberry, though, He comes up to the plate with 2 aboard. 2 for 3 tonight for Castleberry. 2 out, 2 on. And the runner is off. Throw down to second. Not in time. Braylon James able to take the bag. So Mason Smithers will now have to work with runners on second and third here to Jackson Castleberry. A multi-hit game for him tonight. He's 2 for 3 with a run scored. Takes that to foul ground on the right side.
Good, Barry.
1-2 here, 1-2 here.
Hey!
And the 1-2. Swing and a miss by Castleberry. Mason Smithers comes in with a punch-out. Cardinals straining 2 in scoring position, but they do add to their advantage. They lead 8-1. New arm into the game, Ben Rodriguez now towing the rubber for the Cardinals as we welcome you back. That's ripped by Ford out to right. Castleberry gets it in quickly, but not before Bryson Ford struck out in his first 2 at-bats and a line drive to right to lead things off in the 6th to get aboard. A nice knock for a guy who has really hit the ball well this year, above 400 when the night began. Knew you probably couldn't hold him down for long, and he comes through with a line drive single to right. Next one is chopped to second. Carney comes up on it, has to get rid of it quickly and does. Retire Fabella at first. It allows Ford to reach second.
The third baseman.
Runner at second, one gone now for Hudson Harbutt.
I got one.
Couple of quality at bat so far. The junior who started at third had to move out to left with the pitching changes in effect for All Saints. That also with the work now for Fort Worth Christian. Ben Rodriguez making another appearance through an inning on Tuesday. That's right back at Ben Rodriguez, throws it to second. Well struck by Harbuck, but Ben Rodriguez right there, unable to turn two. And we get another look right back at Rodriguez, and he gathers, try to get the double play, looking to lead Emerson a little behind him, and he couldn't squeeze it for the double play ball. Oh no, so they're ruling the runner at second out as well on interference is the call, saying they got in the way of Emerson's attempt to make the catch, and that's the inning. So we go to the bottom of the sixth inning, and it works out as a double play, but they call interference at second on Ford, who led off the inning with a single. We saw the replay for a moment. Perhaps we'll get another glance at that. So Ben Rodriguez with the ball, and Ford going back to second. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the only thing I can think of is they would call interference there, right? There's no other way the runner could have been out. So, yeah, you could see him point and call the runner out, but that's interesting right there, because you could certainly understand if he went out of his way to obstruct Emerson's ability to catch the ball, clear obstruction or interference. And so after some conversation, they send the Cardinals back out on the field. So we didn't go to break. We kept it with you. We showed the replay a couple of times, and I guess they came to the conclusion that we came, that would possibly think that probably would end the inning. And so it doesn't, and it continues. But either way, a crazy play. Ball is hit extremely hard right back at Rodriguez. But Harbuck retired, and that's the second out after the Cardinals briefly went off the field. Dylan Smith 0 for 2 with a pair of punch-outs tonight. Watches off the plate, a 2-0 count. That was the same mark that Ford had beginning this inning. 0 for with a couple of punch-outs, but started the inning with a single to right. Rodriguez gets a swing and a miss. That's a foul ball. So Rodriguez coming set for the 2-2. Smith reaches over the plate to foul it away and stay alive with 2 strikes. Cardinals will have 5, 6, and 7 due up in the order in the home half of the 6th. Austin thought about shooting down to second. Ford able to get back there. Inning starts with a single from Ford, but then a ground ball. Carney made the play, a liner back to Rodriguez. And now a pop-up. Foul territory, Ridgel under it. And he gloves it for the third out. We go to the bottom of the sixth. Cardinals leading by 7. You're watching Cardinal Baseball Live here on Tradio.
It's the big time. Can you feel those bright lights? Everything is yours tonight. It's on tonight. The big time. In the big time. In the big time.
Hi, my name is Kendall Bryant. I'm in 8th grade and this is my 3rd year at Fort Worth Christian. My favorite thing about Fort Worth Christian is how everyone feels like a family and it's a very close-knit community.
Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
My name is Brooks Hill, and I've been at Fort Worth Christian for 3 years now. My favorite thing is probably getting the opportunity to represent Christ in everything that we do here, whether that's band or athletics or just in the classroom.
Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
Never gonna say die. Red, white, and blue for life.
Leading off the Cardinals, the third baseman, number 7, Jake Parkerson.
So Jake Parkerson leads us off as we welcome you back. You're watching Cardinal Baseball Live on Tradio. 8-1 score. Cardinals out in front. They got out in front early in this ball game, put up a crooked number in the bottom of the first with 4 runs, added 2 more in the second, 2 more in the fifth as well. 8 runs on 10 hits tonight for the Cardinals. Jake Parkerson at the plate. Fort Worth Christian with double-digit run-scoring efforts in 4 of their last 5 games. In each of their last 4 district games, 10-plus runs. They're at 8 tonight. Parkerson 1 for 2, and the 2-0 down and out. Parkerson rips it, and that's down in fair territory. Extra bases for Jake Parkerson. He trots into second. A leadoff double in the bottom of the 6th for the Cardinals' third baseman. Another 2-hit night for Jake Parkerson.
The first baseman, number 9, Andrew Ridgel.
That'll bring Andrew Ridgel to the plate. After the double from Parkerson, Ridgel ground ball right side at second on to first. And a great stop at second there by
The left fielder, number
Skaggs.
25, Jackson.
Started the game on the hill. But Ridgel, he'll get credited with an infield single, and that extends what is now a 10-game hit streak for the 6th hitter in the Cardinals order, and the senior first baseman now aboard for Jackson Purdue with runners on the corners. Smithers comes set. And the first in to Jackson Purdue, 0 for 3 tonight. He's found a way to get aboard in every game that he's played this year. Despite the limited action, as Rusty Greer gives Parkerson some instructions at third. And Purdue takes it above the zone. So it's Purdue, Ward, Austin, then back to the top of the order. That certainly has done damage. Carney and Everson, the 1-2 punch in the lineup, have combined for 5 hits and 3 RBIs, along with 3 runs scored. And a balk is called that allows Parkerson to come home. 9-1 score now for the Cardinals. And Andrew Ridgel moves up to second base. So a 9-1 advantage, a 2-0 count. Here to Purdue, a dozen hits tonight now for the Cardinals. And Purdue well out in front. Hits it on top of the batting cages on the 2-0 pitch. So the next district series for Fort Worth Christian, they'll play Grapevine Faith. That comes on the 23rd and 24th, the final 2 district games of the year for them in their next district series. Purdue gets a hold of this out to left field. It continues to fly, and Jackson Purdue, he hits a bomb. And that concludes us. Jackson Purdue in the bottom of the 6th inning. A 2-run shot. And he comes through in a big way. He had a double on Tuesday night and hits his first home run of the year in walk-off fashion for the Cardinals. Well, he'll be our player of the game tonight. We were wondering who it was going to be. It'll be Jackson Purdue. We'll talk to him in a moment. So stand by. We'll go talk to Jackson Purdue. A 2-run walk-off shot ends us tonight. The Cardinals win it 11-1, the final score. We'll talk to you in a moment with Jackson Purdue on the field here at Keck Field.
Christian School is Christ-centered, college preparatory school where every student is known, loved, and valued. At FWC, students are challenged to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
Thank you so much for joining the game with us today. We hope you are enjoying this presentation of Cardinal Baseball Live on Tradio. We have a target of 20,000 channel subscribers before the end of this spring. We need your help to reach that goal. So please hit the subscribe button and the like button, and pick a friend or family member to whom you can share the game. We are happy you are watching and hope you consider becoming a member for access to different member-only content.
Jackson, Purdue. All right, we welcome you back to Cardinal Baseball Live here on Tradio, joined alongside our player of the game, Jackson, Purdue. Cardinals win it 11-1. You end this thing tonight with a 2-run home run. How did that feel?
It felt good to finally get a hold to one, after coming off the season a little not too hot, but it felt good to finally get a hold to one.
You've had a couple holds of ones here this week. You had the double on Tuesday. You have the home run tonight. I know you started the year you were injured, but now how does it feel to start squaring some balls up?
Feels good. I know I had it. It's just been taking a lot to get there to that point. So to finally square a few up, it feels good.
And to be back into this lineup, I mean, how fun has it been? Everybody's been hitting.
It's been fun. Games are electric. A lot of runs scored. Like in this game, putting up 4 in the first. So it feels good to start the game off with an early lead.
How does it feel with all the hats on your head now?
It's getting a little heavy right now.
Well, we'll wrap things up, but a great team that you have around you. Great focus by you here on the interview with all the hats. Shout out to the Cardinals for that. And Jackson, Purdue, our player of the game. Thanks for watching tonight on Tradio. Cardinals win it 11-1. They'll be back in action tomorrow night.
We only play to win. That's on everything. We climbing to the top. Turn it up a notch. This is all house. Hey, we get that W. What? Get that W.